Hey, good morning. This is Matt DeVries from thesameasyou.com. Busy construction attorney, father of 7, juggling family, work, and life. The same as you. Today's topic is it right? Will it hurt? Give me a couple minutes of your time. We'll figure this thing out. So I can't tell you how honored I am to drive to school with Dylan every morning. It gives us some great quality time. Whether I drop him off at the bus stop, we have about 10 minutes, or like this morning, I asked him, hey, it's cold out. Do you want to drive all the way into school? We'll stop for breakfast. And he said yes. I was laughing because he said, it'll keep me out of the cold. And I said, what, you didn't want to spend some time with your dad? And he says, well, I'll get breakfast too. But I enjoy that time with him. And we're talking about this morning some decision he made a couple months ago. And that was Dylan just entered high school. He's a 9th grader. So along with all the other freshmen, he's just figuring his game out. And he's sitting in class. And I was relayed this story the day it happened. And you'll have to excuse my French in this because it does contain a word that just shocked me and it shocked Dylan. And he was sitting in class, and there was a kid who basically called him fat fuck. And that just, it really hurt Dylan's feelings. And I said, well, what did you do? And he said, I ripped his earphones out, and I said, why don't you pay attention to the teacher like you should be? Well, I laughed at that, and then I thought, well, we need to get you some karate lessons if you're going to be a hero like this. Well, this morning we were talking about that incident, and I was relaying the life lesson from it, and I was asking him about decision-making processes, and I asked him about the story, and he said, no, Dad, you got it wrong. That's not what happened. What happened was this kid was listening to his earphones during class. I asked him to pull them out and pay attention to the teacher and do what was right, and that's when he called me that nasty name. Well, the light bulb went off because I was looking at it from an entirely different perspective. When Dylan and I were talking about decision making, that really resonated on what's today's topic. Is it right? Will it hurt? You see, in this decision, Dylan just acted from instinct. He's sitting there in class trying to pay attention, and this kid was listening to his earphones, and Dylan stepped out on faith, not because he had a decision in front of him. He just said, hey, this is the right thing to do. I need to get this kid to pay attention. And that had a consequence. Well, I said, Dylan, as a result of that incident, do you think you would change how you would do things the next time? And he said, yes. You see, that one incident had an impact on his decision-making process. You know, according to some internet sources, the average adult makes 35,000 unconscious or 35,000 conscious decisions in a day. And perhaps a child makes about 3,000. So if you think about the decisions we have to make today, some of them just come as instinct, like Dylan did, just came as instinct. Some of them we have more important decisions to make. Maybe it's a business venture with a new partner. Maybe it's a purchase of a new car. Maybe it's a, how am I going to deal with discipline with my child? We have decisions that we have to make. And I'll challenge you on 2 of those questions. 1, your instinct should say, is this right? Does this feel right? Is what I'm going to do feel right? And number 2, will it hurt? What are the repercussions of this decision? Will it have some consequence that I'm not thinking about? So let's think about a new business venture, or let's think about a purchase. We're going to go buy a car. That decision, is this right? Well, do I need the new car? Do I actually have to have one? Is this a want or is it a need? You know, we've had that phrase in our family for so long is, do you need it or do you want it? Well, you think of, I'm one of those Dave Ramsey fans who wants to get out of debt as quick as possible. And, I found another guy, the same as you, a guy named Casey Lewis, good friend on Facebook, and CaseyLewis.com. He's a regular guy that has, over the last few years, turned his business around. And he again, takes that practical wisdom and advice. Stay out of debt. Do what I need to do to bust my hump, to bring in extra income. So, when we're faced with like a new purchase, if I'm going to take out debt to purchase a new car, absolutely not. That's going to have some hurt on me, particularly if I'm struggling to make payments. If I have the available cash to make that purchase, then I'm going to make that purchase. So, this application can be applied in all decisions. Our 35,000 decisions that we have to make today. Is it right, and will it hurt? I want you to think about those 2 questions. I want you to go to sameasyou.com, leave some comments. Better yet, share this video. Thanks, and you guys have a great weekend.